at example 5. On this particular example, we have x squared minus x minus 12 is less than 0. Because of the x squared, we know there could be two possible answers. So we want to get everything on one side and factor. Now it's all on one side, it's all on the left, we have 0 on the right, so we're ready to factor. So for x squared minus x minus 12, that's going to factor into x minus 4 times x plus 3. That gives me x squared in the beginning when you FOIL it, positive 3x, negative 4x, add to be negative 1x, and negative 4 times positive 3 is negative 12. Now our next step is going to be to set both of those equal to 0. So I'm going to do x minus 4 equals 0, and x plus 3 equals 0. Add 4 to both sides here. We want to get x by itself. So I get x equals 4. On the other side, subtract 3 from both sides. I get x equals negative 3. Now these are the two numbers that I want on my number line. Negative 3 would obviously be on the left because it's smaller. Positive 4 on the right. Now I need to figure out what numbers on this number line make this a true statement. So it's either going to be the numbers between negative 3 and 4, or it will be the numbers on the outside. You either shade the middle or the outside. So it could be 4 or greater, it could be negative 3 or less, or it could be negative 3 to 4. So I always tell students, try a number, pick a number, try to find an easy number, like 0 is easy to check. 0 is between negative 3 and 4. So if I plug 0 in to the original equation and it works, then I know I'm shading negative 3 to 4. If it doesn't work, then I'm shading the outside. So let's plug zeros in up here. I get 0, you want to go back to the original equation. 0 minus 0 minus 12 is less than 0. Now that is a true statement. Negative 12 is less than 0. So that tells me that I'm going to shade where the 0 is. It worked. Then you want to look at your sign right here and decide if you are doing parentheses or brackets. There's no equal to, so you're doing parentheses that face the way you shade. Let's talk about this a little more. What this means is, if I were to go over here and try negative 5 in the original equation, I would get a false statement. Okay, I would get a number bigger than 0. If I were to try positive 5, something over here, in the original equation, it would not work. It would give me a false statement. But if I try any of the numbers in between where I've shaded, those give me a true statement. Now let's do interval notation. My left endpoint, remember we're looking at the shaded area. My left endpoint is negative 3 with a parenthesis, comma, and then we look at our right endpoint, which is positive 4, and it has a parenthesis. So this would be interval notation that gives you all of the answers that make this a true statement.